A very warm welcome to all the viewers. Today we are back with another episode of Uthaan, How You Got Placed, Season 7. Joining with us are Adarsh Pandey sir and Ayush Rusiya sir. So let us get to have a know about these personalities. So what made you choose this field, sir? What drives you?
So hello everyone, myself Adarsh Pandey. I'm final year undergrad at IIIT Gwalior. During my first year itself, I tried doing computer programming. The main motivation was I attended a session of HYP itself from the Arjun Singh Bal sir. So it was really motivating and inspiring. So from there on, I tried to explore what computer programming is. I started with the hacker rank. Then we also had ASF weekly contests. From there on, I went ahead, participated in it, then moving to Code Chef, and then finally making some friends and participating in contests together and the discussing our approaches and exploring new platforms like Code Forces also.
Okay, that's really nice to hear from you, sir. So would you like to also share some?
Yeah, sure. So I am Ayush Rusiya. I am also a final year student, and I also do competitive programming, right? So, I was always interested in solving puzzles and problems. Like even back in JEE days, I always used to solve some puzzles from books and stuff like. So I was always interested in puzzles, and also I was also interested in technical stuffs like computer science stuff. So I decided to choose computer science then, right? So when I joined this college, I got to know about competitive programming. Like it is like solving puzzles, right? So I was always very interested in those things. So that's why I started competitive programming. I started with CodeStep platform. Then a lot of events happened in college also, like ASF weekly contests, and I also started doing competitive programming, and so finally I moved on to Code Forces, and I'm an expert at Code Forces right now, right? So yeah, so I enjoyed solving problems there. I'm discussing problems with Adarsh, and we also formed a team for ICPC. We practiced together, and we went on to give the ICPC regionals at our college only, right? Yeah. So currently I have an offer from Oracle, so I will be joining as a winter intern this January.
So it seems like you both have really interested in this competitive programming domain. So what majorly pushed you towards this domain? Like you mentioned the puzzles and stuff.
Yeah.
So did it have some connection with practicing some mental ability questions, or was it just the hardcore race that everyone talks about right now? Like let's just get into DSA and do CP stuff.
No, I was always interested in problem solving and puzzles, and I found it computer programming is very similar. You get questions, you get nice questions, and you have to think about them. There are really interesting problems that you will have to think about in multiple ways, and you have to tackle the problem, figure out how to solve the problem. So that always felt very interesting to me. So that's why I added competitive programming.
So for me, the problems are really nice, and then you spend a good amount of time in getting to the solution, and once you get the solution, and then you to code the solution and see the accepted, so it really boosts your confidence and you get a sense of satisfaction there. So that's the main motivation for me as well.
And people when they come to college, they're exploring different stuff, and they try to find happiness and all, but that thing that when you have been trying to solve a question for an hour or so, and you see that you are failing at a particular test case, and after that, what is that sheer happiness that you achieve? It's the thing that you have been trying to figure out that logic, that one test case that has been missing, or something else.
So there could be various things that can be there, it should be that you are not aware of the approach itself, and you are just using a previous or traditional approach that you are aware of, and the problems require something new. Or maybe there can be some edge cases also which are hindering you from getting accepted. So looking at the editorial and looking at the other solution, what their approach is, will let you learn various new things and various new implementation as well, how you can sorter your code and reduce your time, and learn about various new things that they are implementing which can improve you as a coder. So I recommend reading editorials, understanding their approach as well, even if you are getting accepted, and also looking upon submissions of your friends and other good coders.
Okay. Also, so since you both are expert at code forces, so like, what further advice would you like to give to the juniors to like just keep pushing for the rating, somehow managing to solve the problems or actually learning from them?
Yeah, like you should focus on learning more, right? But like rating is also fun, like when you compete with your friends and you get a really good rank, that is also a very nice feeling, right? So like I like basically like do it because I enjoy it, so I'll try to do my best, right? And like when you are like not able to solve a problem, and then like when you look at the solution and you figure out, oh, that's the solution, right? So it's always very interesting to look at the solutions. So like my suggestion to anyone would be like solve as many problems as you can, right? In a contest, like try to practice problems, right? And when you are not able to solve the problem, just look at the how other people are approaching it, right? So that will help you learn more, right? And like if you are learning any specific topics, then you can solve problems for that topic also, right?
Okay, and also one intriguing thing I found, sir, like mostly people go for a very full stack based project or a sheer, machine learning oriented project. I saw some projects of yours and one of them was purely on an algorithm.
Yeah.
So like, would you like to share about that?
Yeah, sure. So
Like, should people go for that approach as well?
yeah, sure. So like I only did like basic web development in my first year. After that, I was like not very interested in that type of thing, right? So like and also like I didn't have a good project at that time, right? So I wanted to make something interesting, some interesting project, right? So it was like during the time of a BTP. So I figured out like if I'm good at algorithmic problems, so like I should work on an algorithmic project, right? So that's when like I decided to like work on an algorithmic project. So I worked on a like heuristic algorithm, artificial bee colony algorithm, and I designed a solution for the influence maximization problem. So it was nice to optimize the algorithm such that it can like run in like my computer without taking too many resources and in an optimized way, and I can also get like decent results. So it was fun to do that. So like that was my project. So like generally people like go for like web development or machine learning projects. So my project was a little bit unique in that
Yes,
regards.
sir.
Yeah. So that was a nice thing.
So anything you want to add?
So for me,
Ah.
I did Android development.
Okay.
Thanks for our super seniors that took session with the help of Student Developer Club, Google Student Developer Club. So they took a Android development session, and it was inspiring and introduced us to developing Android app using Kotlin. So I explored it further, and my project which I made was something similar which I was doing. Like I do competitive programming in various platforms like CodeChef, Codeforces. So there are contests, upcoming contests, past contests, as well as there are ratings. So I just created an app where you just aggregated all these things, like all the ratings of various platforms, then upcoming contest as well in a single app. So I like this was the thing I was actually doing. So having the particular thing in an app which I am interested in is a nice and a motivating thing, which inspired me to create that app.
Okay, and keeping things like this like related around to the first project itself. When people make their first project, they like to like go like, yeah, we have clearly completed a project. Now we know some stuff. So they start participating in hackathons and all. So like, what would be your advice to those young people out there? Like, go make some more projects, or like, let's enter the real world, see how people are doing there, enter hackathons and stuff.
Yeah, so like hackathons, like you can do like whatever you like. If you are interested in building something cool, like you want to build some cool projects, you can do that. You can also participate in hackathons. So hackathons will give you like real life practical experience. You will be under pressure, like you will have a time pressure, and you will have to like build something together. You will have to like coordinate with your team. So like both of them are very nice things. You can like choose whatever you want to do. And if you are going to build a project, if you have that experience, then I believe you should participate in hackathon, because that will also give you like exposure to like real world practical problem solving. Right?
Yeah, and for like project, if you try to relate the project, like if you make a project which you can use and that revolves around you, it will always inspire you to create more things, and you can also participate in the project as a user as well, creating more stuffs. So I would recommend creating apps which you can personally relate to is a much better approach. Also, if you are doing implementing something or following a particular method, always try to reason yourself why this particular method you are using, what are the various other approaches you can also use, what are the advantage and disadvantage of all the approaches. This will also help you in knowing better the other approaches as well.
Okay, that's some really good advice, sir. Now, like building upon this, people have made projects, they've, entered a few hackathons and stuff. Now the next thing comes into the mind of a young student is like, bro, I need to get an internship or something. And you people have good experience in that. So how would you like to share the internship experience with the audience?
So yeah, like all the other students, I also was well aware that we need a internship in our resume in order to present it to the interviewer. So I did an Android internship for 2 months. So basically, the internship was of creating a app related to Splitwise. So I got this internship through LinkedIn. I also recommend everyone to not use platforms like Internsala in order to get your first internship, because there are major scams going on there. So you can always try to mail or use LinkedIn as a good. LinkedIn is also a good platform, or reach out to the recruiter itself through LinkedIn message. So so yeah, having an internship is a plus point in your resume, and it also gives you some time to discuss to the interviewer about what other experience that you can bring into.
Yeah, so like having an internship on your resume is like quite a good point, because I didn't have any internship, and I knew like that my resume was lacking because of it. Right? So it was hard to, like, I had to work extra hard to make like the interviewer more impressed, right? So like try to get an internship. Like getting an internship is much easier if you are having like projects in like domain like web development or Android development, because there are a lot of startups looking for interns. So if you have anything, any projects regarding that or experience regarding that, I recommend that you look for some internship, right? That will boost your resume. And like also one thing, like be prepared when the on-campus placements comes, like internship comes. You should like be prepared, start preparing like the semester before. Like I think our entire batch, like we did not like were very well prepared when the first internship came. So like you should like look forward to it, and like if you know that in the next, after this semester you are going to get internship, you should start preparing. And like other than like the domain that you have chosen, like for example you have chosen competitive programming, or you have chosen some type of web development or Android development, you will need to master it, right? So that like you have some skill that you can talk to about interviewer. And other than that, like there are few common things that like everyone will demand, like basic DSA. Like no matter what field you are, you will need some basic amount of DSA. And then there are core subjects of computer science, right? From like object oriented programming, computer networks, database management, right? So these operating systems, so these are the major subjects that you need to cover. So you should have like a decent amount of knowledge in all of these things, and you need to be prepared in all of these things along with like the domain you have chosen, so that you are prepared when the internship comes, right?
Okay. So since you had like real good experience with the Android development things and you got the internships and all, so what would your advice be to the young students? Like they are basically running behind the internships. They would be coding projects using GPT. So is that really good? Or they should have the practical knowledge and then go for the internships?
So yeah, you should always create projects if you are really interested in,
Yes.
and don't just run for just for money. Like your friends are doing an internship, so you are leaving the area which you are interested in. Like if you are doing computer programming, you just left it because you thought having an internship is a good. You will have some money and some fame. So
Yes, they get that
yeah.
FOMO like everybody is earning money, I am not earning
Yeah.
money.
Just
It's like, is that the good thing?
no, just do the things which which really excites you.
Yes, sir.
In the end, it will eventually lead you somewhere good.
Yes, sir.
So you need to be good at any one particular thing. You don't need to be good at everything, right? So if you are doing competitive programming and you don't have an internship, so you can like work with that. You can improve your skills. You can improve your DSA skills. And like when on-campus internship comes, like they will look forward to those people also, right?
Yeah, there are also various opportunities for persons who just do computer programming itself. Like there are testing jobs at CodeChef
Like
also.
I worked as a problem setter on CodeChef.
Yes, sir. You're the live example.
Yeah. And also you can apply for like teaching assistant at some platforms like TLE Eliminator or Senior. I also worked there, and your job was to basically teach student that will develop your soft skills as well and interact with them, solve their doubts. So this is also a good thing, and there are immense opportunities in all the fields.
Yeah.
Also, related to this stuff, don't you feel like this soft skills thing, it would help in the interviews part of when the companies come?
Yeah, sure. So like so soft skills you need to work on. Like you should be confident. You should be able to like speak fluently in the interview, right? So like what you should do, you should find someone to take mock interviews of yourself, right? So that way you get practice for taking the interviews, right? So I actually didn't do that. I just practiced directly in the interviews. I give so many interviews, right? And I also, like, one of my friend used to work in a startup and he used to take mock interviews there.
Okay.
So like sometimes when he was busy, he used to ask me to take them. So I also got to work as an interviewer. So that experience was also helping me in developing my speaking skills. Yeah, so like you should always be very confident in your interviews, and you should be fluent with like the language, right? So yeah, if you are not fluent or you are not confident, you should always like look forward to improving it. Like find a friend or like look at online platforms that take mock interviews, right? There are a lot of platforms that take mock interviews for free, right? So you can go towards them and like practice your speaking skills, because that will be very important in the interview.
Yeah, like for me also, like working as a teaching assistant, interacting with students, taking their classes on computer programming helped me a lot. Like they were asking doubts and I have to reply them instantly there. So it also improved my soft skills as well. Like it was much worse earlier. So I am very grateful for that.
Okay. So these soft skills, confidence, and exposure to the real world. And do you feel being a part of the placement cell helped you improve yourself?
So like placement cell, like yeah, we get to talk to the HRs of companies. We need to
Yes.
convince them to come to our college. So like talking to them like is a really nice experience. We get exposure to like industry people. We get to know what like they are looking for in the people. So that experience really helps. So like other than the technical skills, I would recommend you to do some at least some part of extracurricular activities. So it will give you some practical experience and as well as improve your soft skills. It will give you like if you are organizing some events, it will give you some like managerial knowledge, how to organize events, how to conduct things. So try to look forward to opportunities in and like extracurricular activities. That will also help you, right? And it will also give you something to talk about in an interview, right?
Yes.
So yeah, and like these experience help like a lot.
And related to the achievements part of thing, you participated in the GDSC Android Hackathon
Yeah.
and you won that. So could you please share your experience with the viewers?
Yeah, so
related to
there are nice clubs in our college, the GDSC and as well as the ASF. So we had the GDSC Android Hackathon just after the session which our super seniors held, as well as ASF also conducted a winter project hackathon as well. So participating in the hackathon is really fun. We created a team together, and then in both of the projects, in both of the events, my main project was related to Android development only. So in the first one, just I mentioned, I created an app along with my team members where I aggregated the details and the ratings, the upcoming contest, as well as the chat feature in a particular single app. And in the second event that was from ASF, we created a app where you can search for a similar objects, like you can capture an image of your hoodie itself, and then you can find the similar objects present in the web. So for that we use Firebase model, which they provide an ML model. We implemented that in our app, and then also upon getting the few tags of like the product, like the hoodie color, then the brand or the logo, we further use these details in order to do a API search and extract the similar objects present in the web. So yeah, these two projects were quite different from each other and really fun to do along with my team members.
And what was your initial approach behind choosing such a problem statement for the project? Like people go behind like, let's do the most difficult thing out there, then we are going to win this. Was that your approach, or there was some different inspiration behind that, sir?
So my inspiration was the thing which I am currently doing like which I have some knowledge about, like I am doing computer programming, so creating app where I can relate to.
Yes.
Like the ratings, like which I can personally use. Like the app, if you see, like I can get an update of the upcoming contest as well, the timings, and so these things I can personally use as a user myself. So I would ask the other one to use as well. So yeah, this should be your motivating factor, like creating something useful instead of just creating the same thing which has happened a long time ago, like creating a social media app.
Okay. So, sir, coming to the GATE examination.
Yeah.
So, securing the rank of 306, it's a great feat in itself.
Yeah.
So, would you like to share your preparation strategy regarding the same?
Yeah, sure. So actually, like I didn't prepare for GATE that much. Like I guess I was lucky. So what happened was basically like a few days before exam, I just like, so actually I had some knowledge about some subjects, right? Core subjects. I was preparing for the placements and interviews, so I had some knowledge of some subjects like operating system, computer networks, etc. Right? But what happened, like when I looked at the previous year questions, I found out that the questions from those topics were coming like really hard questions, right? So I decided to like skip those parts for preparing for gate, and I just decided to like do the other things like uncommon subjects those were easier to do, like, but they were not very common, so I didn't knew about them too much, like digital electronics, theory of computing, so those things. So I started like studying about them. So I studied about them, and like when I went to the exam for the gate, what actually happened in the exam was like the questions from the topics that I knew earlier, like computer networks, operating system, were very easy, so I was able to solve them. And since like I had just studied like the new topics like theory of computing and stuff, so I was able to solve questions for them too. So like I guess I was kind of lucky for that. And like I was also surprised when I got this good of a rank, because I really didn't prepare for that much for gate. So like I can't really give advice on how to like prepare for gate, but yeah, so like that was my experience with gate.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Like, and college is fun but tough. That's what people think. And balancing so many different things all together, the development journey, the competitive programming journey, the gate journey. So, what advice would you have to the young people out there? Like, how did you used to do it?
So yeah, you are not alone here. You have friends and your lobby mates, your roommates. So doing the things together motivates you a lot and keep you on the right track. So I would recommend like interacting with your friends, working with them together will help you in the journey throughout their full course.
Yeah, and like uh, what I would like to say, like you don't need to be perfect every time, right? You don't need to like work for 4 years continuously to do something good, right? You can work for 6 months and learn something great, right? So like don't worry too much about doing everything. Just do whatever you want to do, like do what you like, and like just try to be good at least in one thing. That is all I would say. Like try to find one field that really interests you, be it web development, machine learning, competitive programming, and try to be really good at it. Because like if you master a lot of things, try to do a lot of things, and you aren't good at one thing, so like your interview at best can go at okay, right? Because you will be every in every field you are an okay person, right? So like try to be good at one thing, and like try to steer your interview toward that thing, right? And also like if you are good at one particular thing, like a lot of opportunities in that particular field also open. So like if you are good at web development, a lot of opportunities that will be open only for you, only for people who have experience in web development. So like try to find a field and try to be good in it, and you don't need to do like everything, right? So that would be my advice, right? So also try to have some fun in your college, right? Because this is your last few years as a student. After that you will have to be a responsible adult, right? So like try to have as much fun as you can in your college, and like just like be good at one thing, and whatever like inspires you, whatever you feel good about, so try to learn about that. So that would be my advice.
Okay. So, after facing all the hurdles,
Yeah.
all these difficult journeys, the final hurdle of the placement comes.
Yeah.
And as placed students from the college, what would be the final advice for you from your side?
So getting a summer internship is much easier than setting for the placement.
Yeah.
You can just skip the placement and relax for 1.5 years. So I would recommend start early. So it will give you an edge over the others. If you just grab a summer internship at some good company and convert it into a PPO, it will be much easier. But the thing I would recommend is covering all the subjects beforehand only. Don't leave them for the last. It's not exams. So like when in our college placements, in our college summer internship drive, the companies came. Like most of the students weren't prepared for it. Even I in my first on-site interview, like I wasn't much prepared for the core subjects. I just focused on the DSA only. So that's why it heartbroken me, because it went really bad. So from there on, I also give more weightage to the DSA as well as the core subjects as well. So yeah, try to be prepared beforehand, before the companies come, like 1 or 2 months before it only. Just cover all the things, prepare your resume well, just write the things which you are aware of in your resume. Don't just write everything, because the interviewer plays a very clean and neat focus on your resume, ask the things related to them only, and it expects you to know everything which you have written in it. So if you write, if you are not aware of something, don't write it. Just write if you are very confident about that thing, because the interviewer will definitely go ask something deep into it. So yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, so my advice would also be like, just as he said, be prepared at the time of internship, right? But we all know when the companies are going to come. Before, like 2-3 months before that, we need to prepare that. Like we all have a field like development of machine learning. We work toward that. We have the knowledge of that, right? You need to have a good project in that field, right? So if you don't have, you should make a good project in that field, right? And then one thing that I think most people just ignore is core subjects. You should focus on your core subjects, right? You should have a decent knowledge in all of the core subjects, because if you don't have, like interviewers give quite a good weightage to them, right? So just excelling in your particular chosen domain will not be enough. You need to be prepared for the core subjects, right? And in the interview you need to be really confident, right? And just as he said, in your resume you need to write things only you know about. Like for example, in my resume I had like one particular thing that I wrote in first year and I didn't remove it, right? About something cloud. I like did basic stuff in first year in cloud, but I didn't really pursue it. So it was just in my resume, but I removed it before giving it to like Oracle for the placement drive, because like the interviewer will look really deeply in your resume. They study your resume in the interview, and they will ask you basically anything from your resume. And if you are not able to answer the question, then like that would be very bad for you. Like the interviewer will be very disappointed, because you have written something in your resume that you were not familiar with. So like he cannot trust you from there on, right? That whether you know the stuff, whether you have really made those projects, right? So that's why like you need to be really confident in the things you are writing on your resume, right? So when the placement season comes, I think you should be really prepared in your chosen domain with a project in that field. You should have a good knowledge of your core subjects, and you should also be like fluent and confident in the interview. So these are the 3 points that I would say, like you should be prepared for these.
Yeah, and also in your initial years, give weightage to the academics as well. Like maintain a good CG, like more than 8 is a very
Yeah.
good CG. You can definitely get shortlisted for most of the interviews. So having a good CG is a plus point, because most companies set criteria for 8 CG, and during our times, the average CG was much lesser. So I was
Yeah.
fortunate enough to get enough opportunities because of the CG also. So I would recommend that as
So
well.
8 plus CGPA is like good. 7.5 is like okay, and but below that you should like really try to work on your CGPA. Like because companies, even if companies do not have like directly ask you for CGPA, they will give a weightage to it. Like a lot of companies give weightage to CGPA, right? They will give more priority to students who have more higher CGPA. So try to work toward it. If you have higher than your CGPA, then you don't need to worry that much about it. But like try to have 8 plus CGPA, and you should at least have 7.5.
Yeah, the more companies you get shortlisted for, the more chances you will create for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's always good.
So another thing, the
Yeah.
ICPC.
Yeah.
So how would you like to share your journey about that? Like people generally go for ICPC for the craze of it, but was it the craze, or let's try to solve the hard problems now, like the ultimate problems, and get something done with?
Yeah, so like ICPC was like really nice opportunity for us. Like at first we didn't really expect to be selected for it. So like we did our best, and like we got selected for it, right? And like the most interesting thing that I think happened with ICPC is that when we were giving, like we were selected in our second year, right? So we
Yes.
weren't at our best, right, at that time.
Okay.
So we were also learning at that time, right? So like
Getting selected during the second year is a monumental feat in itself.
yeah. So we were able to like solve a really good problem in the on-site problem. Like that was, I think, like one of the hardest problem that we had solved. So like solving that during like such an important contest like felt really nice. Like at first that problem was looking really hard. Like we didn't have an idea like how to solve it, but like upon closer look we found out that there are only like a few cases that we need to worry about, and like we just tried to like each solve some of the cases, and like we were able to put together a solution that like worked. And like it was really awesome to like solve such a interesting problem during such an intense contest. So that was a really nice
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, creating a team and participating in your hostel room is fun, but
Yeah.
once you get qualified there and you go to a site and you see other teams from other colleges visiting there,
Yeah.
and you will have a 4 to 5 hours long contest. So the excitement is up to the peak. And also the thing is that they freeze the standings 1 hour before the contest end,
Yeah.
so that increases the excitement further. Like if you just got accepted there, and you are just waiting for your results, so yeah, you get to meet a lot of new people as well there. Like in our
Yeah.
college, we also had a lunch, we also had a dinner at night, where teams
Yeah.
from various good colleges came, and we got chance to interact with them. We were pretty nervous initially because we were just in second year and weren't much confident,
Yeah.
but we actually did good and achieved the 30th rank in the on-site regionals as well.
Yeah, so like you like during ICPC you get to interact with like the best teams from the India. It is like really nice feeling to be interacting with so many smart people. It is an awesome experience, right? So if you are doing competitive programming, you should always try to like give ICPC contests. Like it is like a really interesting contest. It is actually a little bit different. Like the format is a little bit different from other contests. It's like a really long contest, 5 hour long contest. Like problems are not sorted by difficulty. So it is really a nice and fun thing to do. Like even if you are just starting out, I would really recommend you to just try out ICPC. It is a really fun thing to do.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
That was a great achievement.
Yeah.
And in this list of super achievements that you both have, what was the major thing that helped you remain motivated during this entire journey?
So like like it is, I think it is very hard to be like motivated or consistent with your study all the time, right? So like what you need to do is you don't need to do like a hard work daily. You're working like from day to night every day, right? You can get like, if you don't want to do something right now, just take a break, relax. Like I like to read books, so like if I'm not feeling motivated to study or anything like that, so I would pick up a novel and just read that, right? So like you don't need to like keep on working on one thing and just burn out, right? So just uh, like uh, do what you like, and do when you want it to do, right? So
Yeah.
just don't push yourself too much too hard, right? You have like 5 years or 4 years in college, right? It is a lot of time, right? So just chill and do at your own pace, right? Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
like don't force yourself if you're not interested.
Yeah.
Like if you are pretty tired of, like you are losing too much rating and not much motivated in giving contest, you can try different things.
Yeah.
Like I did Android development as well as computer programming. Along with this, I also tried ML. Then I also, along with these things, I also did video editing as well, photo editing as well. So just try to explore all these things, meet new people in your college
Yeah.
life, interact with them. They will be there with you forever for their 4 to 5 years. So it will be fun to have such nice people around you.
Yeah.
And during this entire college life of yours, you would have faced some difficult situations, some setbacks you would have
Yeah.
faced. So, like, how did that, shaped up your personality, and what was your approach to overcome that?
So in competitive programming itself, if you had a good contest today, you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we are used to getting setbacks in competitive programming only. And for me, like the first setback I got was during the on-site summer internship drive. So during my first internship, I failed really bad, and I felt bad also. So from then on, I got motivated. I tried to cover all the topics, and finally was fortunate enough to secure an offer from Cisco.
Yeah. So like the big setback for me was that I was not able to secure an internship, right? I gave a lot of interviews, but I somehow could not be selected for an internship. So I was really sad. So I tried to look like what went missing, right? So I figured that I was weak at that time in core subjects. I did not prepare for that well. Like I used to study like 2 3 days before interviews, right? So I was not very well prepared in that. So I tried to like work towards that, tried to learn more about core subjects. And second thing, I was basically, since I did not have a project in development and everyone had, so I was a little bit underconfident about that, right? So I like whenever I used to talk about my basic projects, I always used to say it like it was not that good a project. I used to say it myself, right? So you should not be underconfident in yourself. You should be confident, and it is the job of the interviewer to judge you, right? You should not be like underconfident in yourself. So as long as the interviewer is not asking you about not criticizing you, you are good to go. You don't need to be underconfident. Just go as confident as you can, right? And like whatever will happen, right? So the interviewer will ask you things, and like a lot of the time interviewer will notice the confidence and will know that yes, you have worked on something. So be confident. So those are the two things that I learned, like to be confident and like study more for the core subjects.
That's some great insight, sir.
Yeah.
And what was the best moment that you had here in Triple ITM during your college life?
So yeah, like the best moment was the is going on right now. Like the last 2 to 3 months of the placement when the college is ending,
Yeah.
you see every of your friends getting placed. I have a smile on their face, and then every week we used to get a two to three parties. So it was really fun getting everyone placed, enjoying time with them, some last time with them. So this was the most memorable moment for me.
Yeah, and like we also went on like multiple trips on college. Like we go to like near places like Agra, Jaipur. So like those trips were also really fun. You get to explore new places with your friend. Like you get to enjoy. So like yeah, those are really nice experience. Like you should also like there are like nice places like Agra, Jaipur. Like if you want, you can visit them with your friends. Like that is also like a really fun thing to do with your friends.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were given the opportunity to give a roadmap for us, the juniors entering in the first year, entering into the second year with a sheer target of getting placed, excelling in academics, and finally leaving the college with a degree and have a happy life. So how would that roadmap look like?
So college is not just about placement. So in the first and the second year, you can chill a bit, meet new peoples, improve yourself. Like in the schools, like in the 11th, 12th, you just spend your whole 2 years just studying. So here you can explore new things, do the things which you wanted to do but didn't do. So this was the thing. In the first 2 years, you can just explore things. Don't just stick to a particular domain. Try different things. Like you can just spend 1 to 2 months in computer programming. Also see how it goes. If it didn't fit you, don't just force yourself. You can try other domains. They are good as well. So yeah, in the first 2 years, you just meet new people, try out different things, see what fits you the most. Then moving on in the third and the fourth year, you try to be a better in the domain which excites you the most. Like in the first 2 years, you have explored things. Just pick some 1 or 2 things and try to go deeper into that. And focus more on the core subjects as well because they are really important. Our first 1.5 year was online, so we didn't got much chance to be good at the core subject, but you should focus on them during your academics. And also in the first 1 to 2 years, it's a good chance to just boost your CG also. And this is the best chance to boost your CG, and then stay consistent, or even if it declines, it doesn't matter much if you grab an internship. So
Yeah. And so like what I would recommend is like college life, just as he said, like you have come after 2 years of hard work. So like try to enjoy that, try to like explore things that you have not done, try to do like extracurricular activities that you have not done. If you're interested in particular sports, play that, right? So that is one thing that everyone should do, like explore their interests and like have some hobbies. Other than that, for placements, as placements he gave a really good roadmap for you. Like for the first 2 years, you need to like explore different fields. You can look up into like fields that look interesting to you, try them for some time and see how it feels for you. And then in later years, you would like to specialize in at least one thing. So like pick a domain, anything, like pick a domain, anything that suits you, that interests you, and like try to be good at it, and like build a good project. So like when internship comes, like you should have like a good project and a decent knowledge in one particular field, along with basic knowledge in all of the like core subjects.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So that was a really insightful conversation today with you both. And Team Uthaan wishes the best of luck to you, Ayush sir, Adarsh sir.
Okay, thank you,
And
thank you for having us.
yes, sir. Thank you.
signing off today, Team Uthaan.
Yeah.